85.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Ajayi last year, 1,272 yards, third most in a single season in Dolphin history.
And he helped transform Miami into a playoff team in 2016.
Second down following the run.
Three-man line, okay? We're just playing three-man line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Back deep for the Bucs, Deshaun Jackson. And it's taken in at the 9. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. It's Martin. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just have that great tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin taking it in from the 20. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Nick Folk for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. These Dolphins last year, Charles, won 9 of their last 11 coming down the stretch before the playoff loss to Pittsburgh. Finished 10-6. That was their first postseason trip since 2008. But this once-proud franchise has not won a playoff game since the 2000 season.
And I expect that to change in 2017 because the groundwork they laid in 2016 with a brand-new head coach in Adam Gase and a brand-new attitude and a lot more toughness than maybe what people expected. That's what keyed the run game with Jay Ajayi, and they gave him Isaac Asiata, a guard out of Utah. to increase that toughness up front.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll toss it to Ajayi. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Jackson. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Charles, these Tampa Bay Buccaneers, last year, Dirk Cutter's first year, finishing 9-7. Now, that was their first winning season since 2010, but still not enough to get them in the playoffs. They've missed those 9 straight seasons. And, in fact, their last playoff win, gosh, that was way back in Super Bowl 37.
But for Buccaneer fans and the team, optimism is really high.
Yeah.
They felt like they played well down the stretch. They felt like they can play against some of the big boys in the league now. Defensively, they've got to get better and continue to do so. I like the pick of Justin Evans, the safety out of Texas A&M. He brings a hitter's mentality to that part of the field, and then you flip it over to offense. It's one thing to say that you believe in Jameis Winston. There's another thing to show it by giving him O.J. Howard, a tight end out of Alabama, and Chris Godwin, a wide receiver out of Penn State in the first 3 rounds.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
First out, here's the run with Martin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down. Now the 6-year man from Cal, Brian Anger, on to kick. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. He's going to field this at the 4. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Shift together here from the D-line.
140.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Watch the hot. Watch the hot.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. With it is Jackson. Oh, look at that. Oh, now he bowls him over. And now running right, Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deshaun Jackson, 93 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
Let's just call that play what it was. Bold, dashing, daring, and a big-time return for a touchdown.
Fielding a punt inside the 10. Most coaches, they frown upon that, don't they?
They really do. I do know some special teams coaches who say, okay, I'll let you go about the 8, and you're right in that gray area, and he made that play work in a massive way.
Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're going to face a third down. They'll look to throw. this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They start the drive with Martin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Jameis now on first down. And a catch right side by Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And a 10th carry here for Martin. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, Martin. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. On third down, Winston. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Again, it's Martin. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
140. It's a 3-man line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They run it again with Martin. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Carry here for Charles Sims. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Brought in over the middle by Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. It's a 3-man line, okay? Playing 3-man.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
85. Orange left. It's a 3-man line, okay?
Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. It's their quarterback with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. And that'll make it 13-7. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. And the Eagles out in front early. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half here, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a play fake to Martin. Here's Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Bucs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Play clock winding down. "35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll begin the drive with a Ajayi. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They run again with a Ajayi. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This is Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Watch the hot. 140. 4 left.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Back to throw here. And it's caught by Parker. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult. That often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. He finds the rookie from Alabama, O.J. Howard. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Play was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Second down, Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Back to the ground, Martin. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back now in Miami. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Carry number 20 here for Martin. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's Winston. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Charles Sims, an 8-yard touchdown run, and the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. They'll try and run it with Martin. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. For the Dolphins, they'll be building up those frequent flyer miles the next month or so. Week 2, they're at the Chargers in the debut of the StubHub Center, then at the Jets. Then they fly to London to face the Saints in Week 4. Finally, then, back to Miami to host the Titans in Week 5.
I feel the jet lag already.
He'll drop to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Following the interception, Winston. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 7-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Ayers in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 57 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Drops it off to Ajayi. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw, and he finds Julius Thomas. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. He'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll look to throw here. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. The bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Winston here to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard game?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
Here's Brian Anger now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Tampa Bay, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.